In this past week, I've heard some very unbiblical from pit of hell marital advice. And I'm like, how come people are giving this kind of marital advice? You know, the first one I've heard that shocked me was this shocked me. The person said that lack of accountability is not a red flag in relationship. That there are just some people that will not be close to their pastor. There are just some people that will not have mentors. It's not, and I'm like, do you really as a woman want to go into a relationship and marry a man that doesn't have anybody is accountable to? And the marriage coach is advising that it's not a red flag. I'm like, what kind of advice is this? What kind of advice is this? Do you really want to be with a man that you don't have anybody that can call him to order? Do you really want to be with a man that you don't have anybody that can talk to him and teach him? A man that doesn't have anybody that is accountable to is proud, is unteachable, is arrogant, and he fears no one. So how can that not be a red flag? These are things you consider when you want to make a choice. Because these are things that lead to the situations that we now see in marriages. That coaches, therapists, counselors, we now have to come in and try and mend. But if we get it right in the place of choosing, we may not have to experience that. So when I heard that person said that lack of accountability is not a red flag, that I'm like, what are you saying? He said, the lady was saying that the most important thing is it kind to you, or he doesn't listen to you. And I'm like, a man that doesn't have a track record of listening to anybody cannot listen to you. Get that right. A man that has nobody he's talking to, nobody he listens to, how can he listen to you that he just met 3 months ago, or 6 months ago, or 2 years ago? If he's not accountable to any other person in the 20-something or 30-something years of his life, he has a track record. He has built himself on not listening to people. Who are you that will listen to you, please? Who? Lack of accountability is a major red flag when you are making your choice, especially as a woman. It's a major red flag. And even as a man too, you shouldn't choose a woman that has nobody that speaks to her, that she's so arrogant, she doesn't have anybody that's speaking to her. It goes for the woman too, right? But if you're a woman listening and someone is telling you that lack of accountability is not a red flag, please just tell the person to go away with their demonic advice, right? Because a man that has a track record, that has built his 20-something or 30-something years on earth without listening to people, will not start listening to people with you. If he's not accountable to his parents, he's not accountable to his pastor, that's if he has one. And that's the next one I'm going to talk about. That's if he has one. He's not accountable, he doesn't have friends, doesn't have mentors, doesn't have a boss at work, doesn't have anybody that talks to him. And you are telling me that the most important thing is doesn't listen to you. He cannot listen to you because he has not trained himself to listen to people. He's proud, he's arrogant, he's stubborn, and you don't want to be with that kind of man. Because when you need help, there will be nowhere to run to. Because you have married someone that doesn't have anybody he talks to. So these are some very terrible advice that I hear that people embrace in marriage and relationship and say that lack of accountability is not a red flag. The most important thing is, does he listen to you? Please. He cannot listen to you. If he fakes listening to you, it's only until he marries you. When he marries you, he will show you that he's not listening to you. He will show you who he really is, that you have known before. Because you see that there is nobody that is accountable to in his life, and you went ahead and you married him. You went ahead and you made that choice and you married him. So lack of accountability is a major red flag in a relationship. So ladies, when you're making your choice, understand that you are not just choosing a man for yourself, a husband for yourself. You are choosing a father for your children. So if you are choosing a man that's not accountable to anybody, that is not teachable, that is so proud, is that the kind of example that you want your children to have? Is that the kind of man that you want to raise your children? Even the Bible says that wife should submit to the husband as the husband submits to Christ. Even the Bible says that Christ is the head of the man as the man is the head of the woman. So, how can you have a man that is not accountable and he says it's not a red flag? That at least he loves me, he listens to me, even if he doesn't listen to anybody else. A man that doesn't listen to anybody else does not listen to you, will not listen to you. A man that doesn't listen to anybody else cannot listen to you. Not even will not, cannot. He doesn't have the training to. He has trained himself not to listen to people. So he cannot listen to you. A man that doesn't listen to anybody cannot listen to you. A man that is not kind to people cannot listen to you, cannot be kind to you. I think I've done a video on this some time ago. I think I've done a video around this before. I'm going to check. Maybe I will post it. A man that cannot listen to others cannot listen to you. A man that is not kind to others cannot be kind to you. Don't say that at least he's kind to me. One day we show you that he's not kind. That's why I was saying, I think I was saying in that session, I was saying that that's why you need to observe how a man treats others. How does he treat other people apart from you? How does he treat people? How does he treat the waiter in the restaurant? How does he treat the salesperson when you went to shop? How does he treat his staff, his members of staff? Does he have domestic staff? Does he have a gateman? Does he have people at work? How does he treat them? How does he treat his friends? He can't be unkind to everybody and you think that he will be kind to you. So these are the things we look out for when we are making choices.